The Alliance for Sensible Markets seeks to initiate interstate commerce between legalized states, and Florida patients now have access to medical edibles. This is Lo with Veriheel, keeping you up to date with the latest in cannabis news. The organization explains that this will bring investment, expansion, business formation, and tens of thousands of jobs in the midst of a historic recession. Oregon Governor Kate Brown is the first and only governor to sign a bill that would allow cannabis businesses to export their products to legal states. Logistics are also unclear, as there is little in the way of accommodation for exporting cannabis products through states where cannabis is illegal. Hemp exports are still frequently seized despite the fact that it became legal in the 2018 Farm Bill. But stay tuned, as this could mean huge changes that are in favor of cannabis access. Next in news, Florida patients, you now have access to medical edibles. Florida's medical cannabis legislation has been a work in progress ever since it became legal in 2016. Tinctures and oils were initially available, smokable flower followed a few years later, all the while medical edibles were put on the back burner due to developing regulations. But that part is now complete, and patients can now incorporate edibles into their treatment plans. Florida law mandates that edibles must take the form of lozenges, baked goods, chocolates, gelatins, or drink powders. They may not be offered in bright colors or in any form that would appeal to children. They must also be mindfully packaged so as not to resemble any of the candies that are on the commercial market. And lastly, Congress has decided to delay voting on the MORE Act until later this year. In a disappointing move, Democratic leaders have decided to delay the vote on cannabis decriminalization to instead shift the focus on preventing a COVID-related government shutdown. The vote is set to take place after the November election. The MORE Act would decriminalize marijuana at the federal level by removing it from the Controlled Substance Act. It would also give states individual power to develop their own regulations, and it would expunge cannabis-related convictions while levying a cannabis tax that would be invested back into communities harmed by the failed war on drugs. Cannabis advocates across the country voiced their displeasures over the decision, citing that it was not just a delay for much-needed cannabis reform, but for social justice as well. So how do you feel about this situation? Let us know in the comments below. So go ahead and like this video and give us a follow at Veriheel to stay up to date with the latest in cannabis news. Thanks for watching.